One of the most common questions that we regularly get asked is, what did you do today? And although this can seem like a very simple question to answer, sometimes it's difficult to find the words and phrases that we need to introduce the events and situations that took place. Today, we're going to go through 10 expressions that you can use to help you discuss your day as naturally and as fluently as possible. Number 1, I kicked off my day by. I want you to think about a soccer or football match. What's the first thing they do when they start the game? Typically, this sport starts with a kickoff, where one player takes the ball and passes it to another. When you hear the phrase kickoff, I want you to think about beginnings. We use this phrase when we are going to talk about the first thing that we've done that day. Some ways you might kick off your day include going for a morning run or jog, having a big breakfast or making a coffee, or even just checking social media or your emails. I kicked off my day by heading to the gym. Whoa, that's impressive. I really struggle going in the morning. Number 2, I spent most of my morning. For this phrase, we're going to use it when we want to give details about an activity or task that took up a significant amount of time. Some different tasks that you might spend most of your morning doing might include running errands, doing some household chores, or maybe even working on a school project or work project. I spent most of my morning catching up on emails. That must have taken a while. Did you manage to get through all of them? Number 3, I finally got around to. This phrase is perfect to use when we do something that we've put off or postponed, usually because we've been busy. Typically, these are tasks that don't require our immediate attention. Some examples might include cleaning a closet or organizing a space, calling a friend or family member, or even just starting a book that you've been meaning to read. I finally got around to cleaning out my closet. Good on you! Did you have much stuff to donate? Number 4, I ended up. Usually we use this phrase when we do something that we didn't intend to or didn't plan. It's a good way to show how our circumstances have changed over the course of the day. Some examples might include planning for a quiet evening at home, but instead going out to a party, or even going to the grocery store for some healthy food, but taking home a lot of sweet treats. Did you call the plumber about the clogged drain? I was going to, but I ended up fixing it instead. Number 5, I ran into. Generally, we use this phrase when we meet someone or see someone out and about unexpectedly. So anytime you unintentionally encounter someone you know, you can use this phrase. Some situations might include running into an old friend at a grocery store or bumping into a colleague at a cafe, or even just seeing a neighbor outside on your morning walk. I ran into Ashan at the grocery store. Whoa, I haven't seen him in years. What does he do now? Number 6, I managed to. This phrase is used when we want to express our success in completing a task or overcoming an obstacle, especially when it required effort or persistence. Some examples might include finishing a work project under a tight deadline, or organizing a space like a messy garage, or even just scheduling a workout when you have a very busy schedule. How did you go with the grocery shopping? Yeah, good. I managed to find a substitute for the curry leaves. Number 7, I had to deal with. This phrase is often used to describe a challenging and unexpected situation or problem. We can use this phrase when we want to discuss our experience overcoming obstacles or managing conflicts, whether that's at work, at home, or just in any social situation. Some examples might include dealing with a change in a project deadline, or dealing with an unexpected traffic jam on your way to an appointment, or even just managing last-minute details for a party or gathering. Were you able to get your car fixed? Yeah, it took a while. I had to deal with a few mechanics before I found one who could fit me in. Number 8, I got a head start on. This phrase is used to indicate that you began a task or project in advance. It conveys a sense of initiative and productivity, often implying that starting earlier will help you complete the task more effectively and efficiently. Some situations we might use this in could include things like doing any academic work, any projects, personal goals, or even just preparation for an event. How's your dinner prep going? Really well. I got a head start on chopping the veggies during my lunch break. Number 9. I wrapped up my day by. We want to use this phrase when we are describing the last thing that we did before we ended our day. So remember, we had kicked off for the very start of our day, and now we have wrapped up for the very end of our day. We might wrap up our day by watching an episode of a show we like, or doing a short meditation, some stretches, or even just reading a few pages from the book that we like. I wrapped up my day by reading a few chapters of my book. That sounds relaxing. What book are you reading? Number 10. The highlight was. We use this phrase when we want to describe our favourite part of the day, whether that was the most enjoyable, memorable, or just most significant part of our experience. It's used to reflect a positive moment that stands out amongst other activities. Some examples might include catching up with an old friend, visiting a new restaurant, going out to the beach, or going for a hike with your family. How was your day at work? It was good. The highlight was the manager announcing his retirement. Now, let's put these all together into a single example. I kicked off today with a strong cup of coffee, then I spent most of my morning reading a new fantasy novel I started. Towards the middle of the day, I finally got around to organising the cupboards in the kitchen, and I ended up going out to pick up some new cutlery. Actually, I ran into an old friend at the store, and I managed to convince them to come to the get-together on the weekend. When I got home, I had to deal with some unexpected flooding in the bathroom, which took up quite a lot of time. But once it was fixed, I was able to get a head start on making dinner. After that, I wrapped up my day by having a nice long bath, which was definitely the highlight. Thanks for watching, and I hope that these phrases will help you to express your day in a more natural and fluent way. Let me know if there are any that I've missed, and tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.